Mnangagwa. Is it clear to you what the policy position on Zimbabwe is of the South African government?
I was very astounded and not shocked by the statement by Mbalula. It exhibited a high level of ignorance about the reality of politics in Zimbabwe and in the region.
Hello gorgeous people, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Uncensored with Rombi. Guys, I want to say to you, thank you so much guys for sticking around. And if you are new here, I'm asking you to subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you turn on the notification button because every time I drop a video, you'll be notified immediately. But to my regulars, thank you for sticking around with me. It really means a lot. And I just want to also say shout out to everyone who have been passing their comments down there. Please feel free to comment, to share, and to like. Because when you comment, you need to engage. Because we also want to know what you guys think about some of the topics that we cover here. So guys, can't wait to hear what we have for you in store today.
Even here in Zimbabwe, Mbeki stood firm. They wanted Mugabe to be changed overnight, and then they attack us on what is called quiet diplomacy. This South Africa's quiet diplomacy is a problem. And then we said, we don't subscribe to regime change policy, that governments must be changed willy-nilly through undemocratic means, through military power. Because America can move right from Botswana in the afternoon, Mugabe will be finished. Because they are here in Botswana, are you aware? Yes, they move in the afternoon. By dinner, everything will be sorted. We opposed the sanctions, and then we said these sanctions against Zimbabwe will be detrimental to the growth of Zimbabwe and everything. Mnangagwa conducted a coup d'etat there and removed Mugabe. What is the state of affairs? They are still not satisfied. Till they get their puppet into power, they will never be satisfied. Zimbabwe is still under sanctions despite the fact that Mugabe was removed. Mugabe went to grave as a changed president by his own comrades in Zimbabwe, Mnangagwa. He brought some reforms in Zimbabwe, but they did not want those reforms because they want a man called Chamisa. Is it Chamisa or Chamisa? They want him there to be the leader, the new leader of Zimbabwe, of a new Zimbabwe. In the meantime, Zimbabwe as a country has moved to South Africa. From Gugulethu to Khayelitsha, there's Zimbabwe there.
I just want to read this powerful tweet really, which is definitely going to be my introduction. You know, a lady by the name Kwena Molekwa, shout out to you Kwena, she wrote such a powerful tweet sent out to Fikile Mbalula and ANC. She said ANC must stop interfering in Zimbabwe democratic processes. Fikile Mbalula attachments with the ZANU-PF are undermining and dangerous. He is another postal boy on the devil's ZANU-PF payroll. How he attempted to reduce Nelson Chamisa like that is just bogus and misplaced. When will the ANC frankly speak up about repression and human rights violation by ZANU-PF? Instead of deflecting quickly paint about picture of American influence, when will the ANC speak up when ZANU-PF is manipulating election processes and removing candidates on ballot papers? The most shocking submissions ever, you know, considering the situation in Zimbabwe, considering how people have suffered, and how many Zimbabweans are in South Africa today. I mean, ANC and some of his politicians are really evil. To me, I hated every word that he said. Every word. And this man, he has no clue of what's going on in Zimbabwe, but he wants to have comments. And what hurts me the most when he mentioned about from Khayelitsha to wherever, all Zimbabweans, and people are laughing. Like, this Zimbabwean situation is not a laughing matter. Like, I'm looking at this man, like, does he even hear himself? Does he know that whatever that looks luxury in front of him can finish the speed in a split second? Does he know that life can change at the twinkle of an eye? You know, it's shocking. And some people find it funny. I don't. You know, for the first time, I literally tagged him And I had to speak to him because I said to myself, no, this man is out of line. He definitely have lost it. Forget about the diplomacy. Talk about being a human. You have seen how many Zimbabweans have been beaten up, some even being burned. How many died trying to cross Limpopo, seeking for greener pastures. I can't even call them greener pastures. I'll call them seeking for survival. Looking at what can I do to feed my children. I mean, you cannot say that as a person. I'm shocked. But I just want you guys to take a listen to what Dr. Ibo Mandaza had to say, because when he got asked by the journalist, he was furious. He was furious, said he could not. Please take a listen.
Well, is it clear to you what the policy position on Zimbabwe is of the South African government?
I was very astounded and shocked by the statement by Mbalula. It exhibited a high level of ignorance about the reality of politics in Zimbabwe and in the region. And secondly, it was almost cynical to suggest that the thousands and thousands who thronged in Germiston and elsewhere, not to mention Zimbabwe, for Chamisa, are some kind of stooges, who are merely agencies or an agency for what you call the Western powers. And in fact, he implied that Chamisa is a Western puppet, like a puppet. That's incredible kind of language. And on the other hand, in sharp contrast to Chamisa's own statements, which says he thanked the government and people of South Africa for the reception he received. Clear implication to me that his visit to South Africa would have been cleared by the authorities. So Mbalula's outburst is shocking in my view, cynical, and it shows a high level of confusion in the South African state with respect to Zimbabwe. Not surprising at all, but it's a story for another day. We don't want to get into that.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Prof.
So I'm definitely with Ibo Mandaza, and all I'm saying is that very soon things are going to change for Zimbabwe. And to be honest, these people are going to see what we are capable of as far as building that country is concerned. We're not going to be in this stagnation forever. Surely the indignation of Israel will not end now. God is going to open up the river for us. The table open. Things are going to work for Zimbabweans. We shall vote in numbers and make sure that we exhaust the electorate, because we know what God is able to do. And we will defend our votes just for the freedom of our people. And I can tell you, we have whatever it takes to grow this nation. And I just can't wait for people to look and say, is that Zimbabwe? Yes, when we're thriving. Because everyone is taking us for a joke. You know what I'm saying? No, let's redeem our country. Zimbabweans, brothers and sisters, let's work to free this country. Together we can. For Zimbabweans. Let's do away with our political banners and just love the country. Love each other. Because where there is love, there is success. Today, we are suffering because we're divided. People are obsessed with political banners. But I'm not saying you should not have a political part of your choice. You must. But let's understand that what we need is a leader. But at the end of the day, we are individuals. I'm Rombi, you are Mary, you're Peter, you're John. And together, we can build a better Zimbabwe. Let's forgive each other and move forward. God bless Zimbabwe. I love you all. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, God bless you all.